Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York. They've got everything you need to get you through the winter, including tons of rock salt and the lowest prices anywhere in the New York City tri-state area and beyond, along with plenty of other snow and ice melt products, snow blowers, shovels, spreaders. Just check them out. 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, 631-756-1125. The website is omnitruevalue.com. So we're having what I would just kind of describe as a rather uneventful weekend. There's not really a whole lot going on. If you look at the satellite, we've had some patchy clouds over parts of southern New England and upstate New York, and then there's kind of a gap, and then there's some more patchy clouds down from southern New Jersey into northern Delaware. All of it is streaming from west to east. There's a weak little front that's going to come through here late today and this evening. You're hardly going to notice it. The air behind it is only ever so slightly cooler than the air that we're in today. So all in all, we're looking at seasonal temperatures, patchy clouds, patchy sunshine today, and temperatures in the upper 40s and low 50s. And then we'll be down in the upper 20s to mid 30s tonight. Skies should partially clear. And we'll have some sunshine, maybe some arriving clouds later in the day tomorrow, with temperatures that will be mostly in the, let's say, mid to upper 40s with a few warm spots over 50. Now, you'll notice that there is moisture moving across the northern tier through the northern Rockies and the northern plains. And after what's been a rather long stretch of really not much winter weather at all, we do have winter weather advisories up for northern Montana into North Dakota, winter storm warnings up in northeastern Montana and northern North Dakota, northern Minnesota. Now, this really illustrates the kind of pattern we have in that this is basically this west to east flow, and that is going to continue into and through next week, and maybe even a little bit beyond that. On the radar, a little bit of light snow activity up in upstate New York coming off of Lake Ontario. Otherwise, it's pretty quiet, and you can see the precip here back up through southern Minnesota and then through the Dakotas and back over in Montana, going all the way west up into the Pacific Northwest. So again, that's where all the action is. The weather across the south has been relatively uneventful, although that's going to change to an extent this week, as we do have this weather front approaching on Monday, and then another system that'll follow later in the week. So we're looking at precip amounts across the Tennessee Valley, the Deep South, down to the Gulf states, anywhere from 1.5 inches to some places as much as 3 inches. And meanwhile, through the Mid-Atlantic into the Northeast, I would say sort of a general 3/4 of an inch to an inch and a quarter of total precip, again spread out over the entire week. So let's run through the overnight GFS run here and give you an idea of how this is what's playing out. So here we have our weather for the weekend. There's a high that builds in tonight and Sunday, and now we've got this strengthening low over Lake Superior Monday morning. You can see how tight the gradient is in the western lakes. Very cold air comes in to the western lakes and into the northern plains and moves down into the middle Mississippi Valley. Here in the east, we warm up ahead of it, and there might be a couple of stray showers when we head into late Sunday night, early Monday morning. But other than that, I'm really not looking for much of anything to occur. And then we're just going to have to wait until later in the day on Monday as a cold front moves on through. And then it's going to turn drier again behind it. And this is where it gets maybe a little bit interesting. We talked about the fact that there is a way in an unfavorable pattern for it to snow, but you have to have it almost perfect. What the GFS is showing you here is an overamped low. And this would mean that you'd have to really go up to upstate New York, mainly north of I-90, or certainly down to I-80, the I-81 corridor in Pennsylvania, north and west of there, where you'd wind up with snow. But the other models are showing a flatter look here, and that is what we're going to be looking at in the coming days. The GFS seems to have a rather overdeveloped trough here, whereas the European, the Icon models, and a few others are much flatter. Okay, and if it's flatter, what happens is the colder air to the north just kind of gets to push and suppress the ridging that wants to build up from the south off the southeast coast of the United States. So this is maybe the window that opens up this week for a brief time later Wednesday into Thursday, and we'll be talking about this more in our long-range post on Patreon later today. Weather in 5, brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, 631-756-1125 for the best prices in town. OmniTrueValue.com is the website. Just want to point out very quickly by showing you the satellite here of southernmost South America, and then going further south from there. Joe Rayo is on an icebreaker. There was a total eclipse of the sun last night, and going in, we sort of know by climatology that there's a 90% chance that you're going to have cloudy skies, and unfortunately, that's what happened. They had 2 very nice days, almost cloud-free conditions Thursday and Friday, but unfortunately, that did not occur last night when the total solar eclipse occurred. It was an adventure for him heading down to Antarctica, which I'm sure he is going to remember for the rest of his days. And we'll be hopefully talking to Joe maybe later today, if not perhaps tomorrow, if we can get a Joe and Joe weather show underway. So we'll let you know if that is going to be the case. So everybody have a great day. By the way, I'm improving very, very slowly. They gave me a new round of antibiotics. They seem to have kicked in yesterday. It's been a very, very frustrating month for sure, but particularly the last week since I had this emergency appendectomy. Have had this ongoing fever that just would not go away. So it seems like the new round of antibiotics that they put me on, that they're working. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Sorry about the phone, and we'll see you later.